Okay, this was a complete fail. There was a lot of mistakes in this game, and most of them were made by me. I think they were all made by me. Um, I broke rules. I broke several rules, but it was the fastest game we played, and it was fun. I'm picking up here. You see me picking up my Charleston, and we clearly said in the first game that we were going to play that you can't keep the jokers, and I am just so flustered because of course I get the 2468 again, and I decided to go with that line. But as I'm picking up my Charleston, you'll see I can't use anything, and I pick it up and I can't use it, pick it up and I can't use it. I do pick up two jokers, but because I'm so flustered that I'm not getting anything that I can use, I kept the jokers and I kept going. And then I realized on the last joker that I picked up, and I confessed. And I said, oh my gosh, I think I kept jokers. And she's like, well, I didn't get any anyway, so it doesn't matter. But really, I shouldn't have done that. But if she had picked up jokers, I would have said, okay, get your jokers back and keep them because that's fair, or start over. But she said she didn't get any, so we just kept playing. Okay, so right there you can kind of see that I'm starting to see a pattern. I have the 468 in the cracks, but I have a lot of twos, so I'm trying really hard not to play the 2468 section again. So I'm looking at consecutive run, and I'm trying to figure out if I have one flower, I have one dot and some two dots, and I'm thinking, can I get in the consecutive run, or should I just stick and be safe and try to go for the 2468 again? So I'm just concentrating on that, and then I continue on with my Charleston, and I pick up that two crack. So then that's when I kind of switch everything around, and you'll see me shuffle my tiles around. I almost put the flower back. I don't know why, because I need a flower, but I ended up keeping it and doing the right thing. But then you'll see I have the twos in the dots, and I have a two bam. So that's the start of my pattern. I have one flower, 2468, one two dot, or I'm sorry, two dots and one two bam. So there's my three suits, and there's my even numbers, and my singles are taken care of. So you have to remember that your singles, you have to organically pick those up unless it's for Mahjong on a discard. You cannot pick them up on a discard and rack them. So that's why you want to be careful with that line, because the 2, 4, 6, 8 are considered single tiles and not a grouping. So you can't pick those up on a discard. All right, here we go. Let's play. Okay, so this is where you can see that the struggle is real. Now, when you are starting your Charleston, but you have possibilities, you can see that I had several twos, and I could go the consecutive run, or I could go the 2, 4, 6, 8. And I was struggling which three tiles to discard. So at this point, at the beginning of the Charleston, you have to just make a decision. And you don't have to pick your house, an exact line that you want to do, but you do have to pick a neighborhood, because you got to discard something. The only time that you can do a blind pass is on your first left and your last right. So your first right and your first over, you have to pick 3 and you have to discard them. So at that point is when I just say, okay, I'm going to pick the 2, 4, 6, 8 neighborhood, and then I'll pick my line after that. So you'll see that I was struggling to which 3 I was going to toss. But like I said, this is where you just have to make a choice and then go for it. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I can't remember if I picked up a joker or not. Did you pick up any?
No. Oh, wait. No, I didn't pick up any. No, I picked up on my first.
I know I had some at first, but I can't remember if I did or not, to be honest with you. I wasn't paying attention till right now. I might have gotten one. I confess. If I did. Okay. I think I'm good.
All right.
I think some of the girls struggle with picking a neighborhood and they're in 2 different neighborhoods. I can pivot between 2 different lines as long as I'm in the same neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm trying to pivot between 2 different neighborhoods, it's a little bit harder for me to organize the tiles in my mind. So do whatever's easiest for you, but try to make a decision as soon as you can. That's what I find helps me. So here we go. Here I go. 8 bam.
1 dot.
5 bam.
North.
1 dot.
4 crack.
9 bam.
8 bam.
7 dot.
3 dragon.
7 crack.
8 bam.
North.
South.
West.
No, north.
5 crack.
2 crack.
5 dot.
7 crack.
7 crack.
8 crack.
West wind.
2 bam.
Call. Mahjong.
We gotta quit doing those. We have to quit doing those. We can't do so many. Charleston.
That's how you do Charleston, though. Right over left, left over right, and a courtesy pass. So I was doing 2, 4, 6, 8 again, and I was doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th line down.
4 flowers.
So I had 1. Okay, so right there, did you see what I did? When I first picked up the last discard, I racked it. And then I started to put my tiles up on top to expose them, to expose my Mahjong. And in my conversation, I put it back down on the rack, and then I started exposing them in order. That would have been a dead hand. You have to pick up the discard, put it as an exposure, lift up the rest of the tiles, expose that section, and then continue to expose the rest of your Mahjong. So that's what I was talking about in the last game, and you can clearly see I did it also. So again, we're learning. This game was full of mistakes and full of fails, but we're still having fun. Thanks for watching.